Alright. So let's see. Last time I tried.
Pretty basic radio.
Oh, wait a minute. I need to pick this option here.
Hi, this is Dave Gilbert, the head CEO.
Oh. There we go. So yeah.
We're fine on energy.
We need to get this signal transmitter to work. Let's try
The
this.
transmitter doesn't have any kind of recharge port.
What? Oh my god, I'm still stuck then. Thought that would do it, but shit. I really don't want to look at any walkthroughs for this game. Oh well. Anyway, what I was about to say was that I think I should go back to the first area and look at these commentary things. Holy cow. Okay, let's start with the first one.
You didn't really think that was gonna work again, did you, Impa? You didn't really think that was gonna work again, did you, Impa? Let's try it again. Cause that talked good.
Primordia is very unique compared to the other Wadget Eye games in that it had a full team. It had a dedicated writer, a dedicated artist, a dedicated programmer, and a dedicated composer. Normally you have one or two people doing many different things, which means that some of the other aspects of it kind of get fallen by the wayside, but not so with this one. You had Nathaniel completely focused on music, Mark completely focused on writing, so they didn't get distracted by any other aspect, and so each individual part of it really shined. So the end result is something really special and really awesome.
I really like this room. It's the color scheme I came up with for this background basically influenced the rest of Primordia. I really want to keep the color palette for Primordia pretty, I'll say cohesive. A lot of people will probably say samey or boring or dull or whatever. But yeah, I just liked sepia tones and stuff, and that kind of color scheme of corroded copper deck plating and kind of a rusty sky, grey clouds. I don't know, worked for me, and I use it in a lot of other places. As you journey through the game, the color palette shifts quite a lot depending on the mood and where you're at and stuff, but it kind of sticks to this same thing. I kind of think of Primordia as a painting. It sounds weird, but in some ways I just think of all the art for Primordia as being one work of art, and I don't like it to change all that much in tone, really. I just wanted the whole thing to feel cohesive, and I like backgrounds that look like this, and I wanted basically the whole game to be filled with backgrounds that I liked looking at and stuff, so that's how that came about. The telescope deck, probably my favorite background in the whole game. It's the first one I ever designed for Primordia when I was doing pre-production sketches and getting thumbnails done for some of the places I wanted to show in the dunes and stuff. My first piece of art for Primordia was just a map of the unique leading up to Metropole, basically, and I had a few landmarks in there. I think Goliath's head was in there. That was just an idea I came up with while sketching this map thing. I'm like, oh, I'll do a buried robot and put a head in there. And I think Mark kind of worked from that and created basically the whole Goliath area, which is has some of my favorite backgrounds in the game. So that was really a good way to go. I think I mentioned this elsewhere in the commentary, but originally Goliath's head was the first background I painted up for Primordia, but it didn't look so great, and Mark wanted a different kind of style for it. And that's how we got the current design there, which I really like. It turned out way better than the first one I had, so that was a definite win there. But yeah, telescope deck. I really like this room. It's the color scheme I came up with for this background basically influenced the rest of Primordia. I really want to keep the color palette for Primordia pretty, I'll say cohesive. A lot of people will probably say samey or boring or dull or whatever. But yeah, I just liked sepia tones and stuff, and that kind of color scheme of corroded copper deck plating and kind of a rusty sky, grey cloud.
I think we already heard that one. These are very long. Well, let's listen to the last one.
One case of executive meddling, and I'm sure I'm going to be talking about more of them, was that I asked them to cut down this introductory scene. It used to be a lot longer. Horatio and Crispin talked about humanism, they talked about Metropole, they talked about the world and themselves, and I asked if that could be cut down. Because you'll learn all about that stuff anyway, very shortly, in a much more efficient way. And there's no reason to overload the player with all that information right away. I think the goal of introductory dialogue is to give you just enough information to tell you who you are, where you are, and what you're doing, and leave the rest up to the player. You want to make this world inviting enough to explore, and this world is beautiful enough that you'll want to do that.
Well, as much as I wanted to have this, yeah, I think they are a little bit too long, and yeah. Let's go with this. So, I didn't really introduce anyone to this second part of this. It's me streaming this game, but well, I hope anyone who watched the first ones is just following up somehow. Let's see. This is all I have currently. This broken transmitter.
A pretty basic radio transmitter. Looks like its battery is dead.
Apparently the battery is dead. I think I need this to activate a bomb I have set up to get to a bunker nearby. I don't know why I want to get into the bunker. I just want to. So I have this religious book about the man. This plasma torch, mobile sensor, data pouch, decryption module.
A decryption module set to crack Urbanian military codes.
Exactly. Let's see what that's used for. I have my lantern to get into dark places. Anyway. So I must have missed something very obvious last time. I mean, this recharge station just seems like something you would have other users than just to recharge myself.
Already has a full charge.
And I know I can recharge items as well, so how come this doesn't work?
It already has a full charge.
Okay. Well, now I don't get why I can't use the plasma torch to break the any doors when I could just recharge it here. So I wouldn't really waste anything. Oh well. Let's see, anything to salvage here that I missed. Let's take another look at this interface. There's a socket, but I got rid of the adapter I made earlier, so no.
It's not detecting any energy.
Nope, can't.
A simple computer interface with a socket for connecting external.
I think we're done here. But, oh. This is the single most. I mean, there's so many things you can interact with in this area, but it doesn't seem to
You know,
lead
boss,
to
we
anything.
still haven't looked inside that dome we found.
Yeah, I know, Crispin, but how do I find a battery? I already took one from the radio. I think there would be one in the phonograph.
The transmitter isn't turning on.
No. Is there nothing here? It's
I look at
plating.
that. Twisted, corroded cop. Too bad this stuff is mostly unworkable with a plasma torch.
Didn't say that before. He said mostly. Does he mean I can still
There's no
use?
reason to cut that.
No.
Maybe if I had a few years to kill.
Yeah.
There's no reason to cut that, or burn it, or weld it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fix this anytime soon. So much work yet to be done.
There's nothing I can...
Let's see. This lantern is aggravating. I would like to have it, but the game doesn't want to give it to me, so...
There's no way I can reach that.
How the hell did I lit those candles if I can't reach there? Doesn't make sense. Well, let's go down. There's a couple more areas. And I really need to investigate fully. Pixel hunting in action. There's this
I
grease.
can't just scoop it up.
Can I use the grease to power the signal transmitter? That doesn't make any sense.
Transmitter's dead.
No.
Transmitter's dead.
It's dead. Jim. Maybe I can ask the robot to help me. If I give it the transmitter to
The
it.
transmitter isn't turning on.
Come on, Goliath, help me.
It's detecting. That's never going to work.
I would be extremely rude and just torch myself in.
There's no reason to cut that.
No. Let's see. Anything over here? No. Guess I could ask Crispin.
Boss, you're gonna find a way to detonate the bomb from a distance, right?
Maybe I'll just have you push the button.
Very funny.
That would work, but I don't want to lose Crispin so early. Can I get the AA gun to work again? I took the CPU out of it. Maybe I
There's no
can...
reason to cut that.
No.
It's not detect.
Hey, boss, can I have that big...
Spare.
Hey, boss.
Spare.
I've gotta say, this is probably the coolest place we've been yet. Guns, tanks, broken down robots.
I'm surprised he hasn't run out of things to say. Been stuck here for so long. Does he say about the moon?
Same old moon.
It's the same old moon. Okay. This guy is so unhelpful too. Can I get his head off and... I don't know.
I don't want to disturb the bomb now that it's in place. The bomb's in place. Now I just need to find a way to detonate it.
How do I detonate it from a distance?
A decryption module. A pretty basic radio transmitter. Looks like its battery is dead.
Wait a minute. No. Okay, there's the other robot which I could ask for help, but it hasn't been very helpful either. Even faithful. Okay, have I shown him the transmitter?
The transmitter isn't turning on. The transmitters. Futile.
Very.
It's not detect.
Okay, can I take another bomb?
The rings don't detach.
Oh, can I use the torch to get them?
It's detecting energy.
Oh, not. I mean the torch.
I doubt that would have any effect. There's no reason to cut that.
Why would it show me 2 codes here? There must be something I can do with these codes. Oh yeah, I think that's the code to blow it with the transmitter. So, since I took this one, the code is gonna be 325. Okay, so that's useful, but I still need to get the battery working.
A reliable electric lantern that... Totally futile. No Urbanian. That's never. How would that even work? That's never going. It looks like a big.
Full of.
There's nothing worth bothering with. It's a giant sheet of obsidian. It's a relatively intact robot.
It's a demon.
Indeed. It's a relatively intact robot.
It's a demon.
Indeed. The transmitter isn't turning on.
What am I missing?
There's no reason to cut that or burn it.
Really? I thought there might be a battery inside. What's the energy?
It's not detecting any.
No.
Boss, you're gonna find a way to detonate the bomb from a distance, right?
Just wondering. How do I get power to that thing?
I can't just.
Let's just plug it into that generator and hope it for it to work. There are all these other places in the map, but I haven't been to these coordinates.
Geo-coordinates for...
Okay, let's look at those again. Seat 52.
radioactive waste. The transmitter isn't turning on. The transmitter is... This is no time for sitting around.
It doesn't want to sit
An
around.
old captain's chair. I moved it here from navigation.
Can I burn it?
There's no reason to cut that.
No. I'm just completely stumped. What the I'm pretty sure I've tried all the logical things so far.
Hey, boss, did you ever hear the one about the telescope and the poop deck?
No, and I don't intend to now either.
I have a feeling if I had the commentary mode on, I could go to the dome and the commentators would like reveal how you do it. But that's almost like cheating.
Aeronautical engineer. I don't need to bring these with me.
Sheet of metal here. Can't cut it. It's not emitting energy. Doesn't have a battery. So there's nothing else here. Just my bed. Can't burn the bed.
There's no reason to cut that. There's no reason to...
What is it?
An interlocking hatchway.
Can I take the battery out of the door?
There's no reason to cut that.
I don't know. Oh, what about the console here?
There's no reason. The transmitter isn't...
No. Yeah, there was nothing in there, really. Guess I could go back there, but...
It's Crispin's log in order to preserve his privacy. It's Crispin's in order... It's the Unique's recharging station.
There's probably like a few pixels the size of a battery somewhere, but I just missed it. It's like one of these things here. No, don't think so.
Just some reminders Just some reminders.
Interface. It's the hull breach.
Yet another reason that besotting robots should be reduced to scrap. I don't think that would be wise.
One thing I haven't been doing really is sending Crispin to do stuff.
That's crazy talk.
I should do this
I'll
more
need to get a
often.
closer look to see.
could just block.
I'm not doing that until you build me some arms.
No.
Even the sheer force of Crispin's personality is not enough to power the unique.
What about the power of love?
Ha.
That's cool. I'm not doing that until...
Let's just test using Crispin on everything. I'm really out of ideas.
We're fine on energy.
Hey boss, what are all these buttons and...
I think there's some sort of defense mechanism.
Defense mechanisms.
Is that really the best idea?
You're right. What was I thinking, asking you to clean up after yourself?
Unless you've got some gynoid design stuffed in those, I'm not wasting my time.
Since when are you interested in technical diagrams?
You never know when you're gonna have to handle a gynoid, boss.
We have already found like 2 things in the scrapyard, so finding a battery shouldn't be too much of a problem, but...
Is that really the best? Is that really... That's way too big for... That's way... Very funny, boss.
Hey, Crispin, want a bath?
You sure are chipper, boss, given that we're slowly dying out here. I'm not doing that until you... You know, boss, if I had an arm, I'd have fingers, and if I had fingers, I could stick one in this leak and plug it.
But what do you...
Ruin my brand new arm? Fat chance. Is that really the best?
Okay, let's go here.
That's crazy talk. I'm not doing that.
Crispin, could you reattach that engine to the unique?
Very funny, boss. That's...
I can't move this without some kind of crane.
Pretty sure I have
There's no reason to cut...
already tried to cut everything.
There's no reason to cut that, or burn it.
There's no energy here. It doesn't work. Well, let's try it anyway.
The transmitter.
I only have so many items. Yeah, the decryption
How would that even work?
module has been completely
Futile.
useless so
I doubt
far.
that. That's never...
There's nothing here anymore that I can trade test. Okay, let's go back to the junkyard. The only thing I ever did in the junkyard was to break the case and find the glass in the junk.
How do you think a train wound up out here?
Maybe they brought it here by boat.
Very funny.
I haven't done anything with these signal lights.
Better just to leave it alone.
Why? I'm sure I could use it somehow.
Futile. That's never... I doubt that.
There's nothing to decrypt here.
There's no time for that. There's nothing more. It's just... I'd run out of power before...
Whatever the vantage point, it's still just a big pile of junk, boss. Whatever the vantage... That's... I'm not doing that. That... I'm way too claustrophobic, boss.
He doesn't want to get into the
I guess it was
lockbox.
actually some kind of machine. I'm pretty sure it was already dead, though. I guess it was I'd run out of power. Better just still... I'd run out of... It's just... I picked it. Looks like an old PT. That's never... The transmitter isn't turning on. It's not detecting.
What? So much freaking commentary here. Okay, let's go to the dome and try to use the commentary as a cheat. Let's see how that works.
Earlier I talked about how the game uses reverse dramatic irony where Horatio knows things that the player doesn't. We also use traditional dramatic irony where the player knows things that Horatio doesn't. Now I don't like dramatic irony where it's basically like the character is failing to see some obvious trap or double cross that's coming up. But here it's more used to just reiterate how Horatio doesn't understand how the world really is. So he worships human beings, but then he actually comes across a corpse of a real human being. But he has no idea that what he's looking at is the same thing that he worships as a god. He thinks it's just a rudimentary endoskeleton for an android. The use of dramatic irony here isn't a way of creating artificial tension, it's a way of demonstrating the shortcomings of Horatio's worldview.
Damn. It wasn't a cheat.
Something must have damaged this robot's head. I wonder what happened. Empty.
Are you sure it's empty?
It's not detect.
No energy. Okay.
There's no reason to cut that.
Okay, can I use Crispin on it?
You know, boss, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Yeah, this game is actually making me insane. Even Crispin noticed that I've already tried all things like 100 times. Let's see. No, I've already tested all this
Boss,
stuff.
you're gonna find a way to detonate the bomb from it.
I know. How do I do that?
That's cool. Is that really the best? You know, boss, the definition of... No way! That guy makes my drive skip.
A large...
How do I do this?
There's no reason.
Can I weld the M?
There's
What?
no reason to cut
Oh,
that.
I thought it would do something. No. Decryption.
How would that even...
Lantern.
Totally. That's never... That's... How... There's... How would... That's never... That's never... Futile. I doubt that will happen. How would that even work? That's never...
There's nothing useful in the data book. There's all these coordinates. I've been to each one of them, except the ones with rats, so I can't go there. Besides that, there's... I don't know what this list is for. It's like some kind of shopping list.
A mysterious list I found in the dunes.
I think this is just an Easter egg, basically. Because my sensor plants, I've already finished that, so it's useless. The Eternal guy had some questions for me, but
I took the bomblet in ring B325. The bomblet ring marked B734 was empty when I visited Everfaithful's shrine. One of Everfaithful's questions. Everfaithful told me that 5 is a holy number because there were 5 primordial stewards in Metropole. The 3 partials that combined into Goliath. The amount of power in Goliath's power core. For some reason, Goliath and Everfaithful both called me Horus. Is that my name?
I think it is.
The system reboot code.
And I've already used those, so I'm gonna presume that's all useless as well.
The data pouch is registered to me.
And that's all. So there's nothing useful in here. It's all the locations I can go to. I've been to each one of them. The book didn't have anything. Nothing between the pages, I think.
I've read enough.
I've read enough. Okay. Yeah, I can't even see Metropole on my minimap, so... Can't like swap the pages or anything. Can't go up or down. I have looked at it, so... it won't appear here. Can't use items on the screen. Or the data screen, for that matter. Whatever I have to do it here. Maybe. Well, do I? If I activate it here, I think I would die. So maybe it's some other area I have to activate it in. Well, while we're not accomplishing anything else, let's just look at these commentaries.
In coming up with Primordia's protagonist, one of the things that was most important to me was to find a hero who would logically do the things that the player would have to do in the game. Now that's fairly easy in a first-person shooter or in a role-playing game, where the activities that the player does are typically heroic actions. But in an adventure game, a lot of what you're doing is things like gathering junk, fitting it together, solving puzzles that make very little sense for a typical sort of action hero. Now there's some adventure games that did this really well. Obviously the Indiana Jones games are a good example, but then you have other games like Gabriel Knight or The Longest Journey where what the player is doing makes no sense for the protagonist. So Horatio had to be a kind of character who would go around building machines from items that he finds throughout the game world, someone who would help other robots when he encounters them, and not try to solve every situation just through brute force. So I decided he would be this scavenger who was religiously committed to the idea of fixing the broken things in the world. Even before you start the game, he's already doing that with his airship, the Unique. So you get this sense that when you're doing that as the player, you're doing something that already Horatio as a character was doing in his own life. As a consequence, every puzzle you solve, every item you gather, reinforces Horatio's character rather than undermining it.
What tree? Oh, this one, no. What do I have to do?
It's the Unique's tag. It's the Unique's tag.
Well, let's look what the other commentary has to say then.
One of the things that's tricky when you're writing dialogue in a made-up world is how you handle slang terms and also just ordinary words in the English language that have their roots in particular cultural conventions or historical events that happened in our world that might not have a significance in the created world. A really basic example of this is that if you had some high technology aliens talking about the element that is atomic number 99 on our periodic table, it wouldn't make any sense for them to call it Einsteinium, because there's no Einstein in their culture. But it's even just a problem with ordinary speech. You can't have robots saying things like, I put my foot in my mouth, when they don't have a foot or a mouth. So what I tried to do was come up with various slang terms and expressions and curses that made sense from the perspective of a machine. The one we used most commonly is BSOD, B-S-O-D, which is short for blue screen of death. Incidentally, this is itself somewhat problematic because there's no reason to think that the robots in this game would actually have a blue screen of death when they crash. All the same, it's a way to have them say something other than God damn it, which wouldn't make sense for them to say since they have no God. Even Horatio, who worships man, probably wouldn't say man damn it because there's no indication that he has hell in his religion. So Basad was sort of the go-to curse.
Oh wow, I actually didn't think about that like that. Yeah, I guess it makes a lot of sense. What can I do?
You know, boss, we still haven't looked inside that dome we found.
Yeah, I know. Arg. I feel like this could take like months to solve at this rate.
That is where our power core should be shedding its light silently.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do with it until I have some kind of power source. It's Crispin's to-do list. Funny how it never gets any shorter.
That's your fault, boss, not mine.
I found this in the dunes. It reads, pound pastrami, canned kraut, 6 bagels, bring home for Emma.
Oh, wait a minute.
I found this in the dunes. It reads, pound pastrami, canned kraut, 6 bagels, bring home for Emma.
Is that the code? 116. Well, let's check. 1 pound, 1 can, 6 bagels. Maybe that's a code for a location. Probably isn't, but doesn't hurt to check. One, 6.
Nothing of interest there.
Damn it. Bring home. Maybe it's the other way around. 611.
Nothing of interest there.
One, oh, 1.
Nothing of interest there. What?
Did I check these codes earlier? 734.
Nothing of interest there.
That's Metropole. Oh, nothing to say about it. Six, 7, 1.
Radioactive waste. A pretty basic radio. Transmitter's dead. Transmitter's dead.
Okay, have I stuck everything to the crease yet? Decryption module.
I don't want to get that dirty.
Lantern.
I don't want to get that. Transmitter. That would be sacrilege.
Yeah, it doesn't want to do that. Okay. I think it's
That can
flammable.
cause the whole unique to
Yeah.
blasted leaking.
Is it black?
I could stop the leak. Probably. Wow, how am I this stuck?
The generator's up. The generator's up.
A source of energy in the scrapyard. Yeah, wait a minute, did I? I found the socket thing. But no, I didn't find the source of energy. I don't know where it would be here.
It's not detecting any energy.
There's no energy.
It's not detecting any. It's not the. 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 It's not the.
Really,
It's
this
not
is
the-
what I have to do.
It's not the. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's. It's.
What? What? Are you kidding me? That was what I had to do. Oh my god. At the royal pixel art. I mean, that's not nice. I mean, what is this game? I had to click in this small pixel here. Ah, what the fuck? That's not fair. I've been running around for like 3 hours in this game. I don't know, maybe 1 hour. But
I
what the
can't see it
fuck?
from here. There's no way I.
So it's there. Okay, Crispin, get it for me.
Crispin, go and see if you can find a power source.
You have got to be kidding me.
What is it?
A battery. A besotting battery.
That's exactly what I need. This battery. Holy shit, that took long to get.
A standard-sized battery.
Maybe someday the transmitter will give us a power source in return, huh, boss?
Very funny.
Progress, finally.
A pretty basic radio transmitter. By playing with the settings, I can send up to a 4-digit signal.
Yeah, and I know what the signal is. Because I've been so active doing other stuff that... let's see. The signal is... Where is it? Okay, it's here. B325. I wonder if I go to the area and activate it if I die. Let's test. Let's go to the dome and get killed horribly.
A pretty basic radio.
Okay, use it.
Hopefully I can remotely detonate the bomb.
Don't go that close. What are you doing? Oh.
Crispin, get back.
How does this work? Is the hexadecimal or... Wait a minute. What? Oh, it's 325, but... How do I get a letter or so here? Let's see. It's B. What number is B? Oh yeah, it's probably 8. Okay, let's test this.
No luck.
Nope, it's not 8.
One of every...
Yeah, it's definitely B, not 8. 325... Oh, wait a minute. Goliath set one number. Detonation prefix 6. So I think...
Crispin, get back.
It's 6. 6325. Yep.
Ooh, I told you that paperweight would be helpful.
No, you said it was explosive.
I'm pretty sure that explosive and helpful are synonyms, boss.
Right. Well, let's see what we've opened up here.
Okay, the evil Watts robot might be here.
Think Big Ugly's in there?
If he is, so's our power core.
Maybe we should go back and get another bomb from the shrine first.
We don't need a bomb, and we don't want him to get any farther away. Come on.
What is this place?
Oh yeah, commentary off. Okay. Where are we now?
I can't see anything to do with it. Another M. Above it, the sign reads, Outskirts Station. Totally unilluminating.
I thought they said I couldn't see anything.
There's nothing worth bothering.
Oh well. There's a control panel and a barrier.
It's closed.
It's closed, obviously.
I can't see any...
Okay, so we have to fiddle with this.
Nothing happens. Looks like it controls the barrier mechanism. There seems to be a card slot in the panel.
Oh, a card slot. We can use the decryption module now.
How would that even work?
No. So we need a card. How do we get the card? Crispin?
That's great. Boss, sometimes a builder just has to let his creation figure things out for himself.
I'm your builder, Crispin.
I know. That's That's what makes this particularly sad.
Oh, there's a machine.
Hello. Welcome to Metropole Reclamation Artery Junction 8B.
Who are you?
I am official MetroPass booth 478B.
You're a ticket dispensary, right?
Negative. I am official MetroPass booth 478B.
One ticket, please.
Please use the scanner to your right.
Uh-oh.
5 megacycles collect. You may collect your MetroPass now.
Didn't even cost anything. Is this a metro? What the hell? Weird place to have a metro. Okay, we got our tickets.
Good for one ride on the Metropolitan Subway.
Train 173, Red Line to Metropole. All aboard.
See, boss? There is a train to Metropole.
So there is.
All aboard.
So, what's the plan, boss?
There is no plan, Crispin. No plan and no choices. We need power, and there's nowhere left to look out here. Energy for all it is.
Hooray!
What a shitty train. No.
Better just to leave it alone.
Well, someone clearly disapproved of something.
Him on the floor.
There's nothing worth bothering with. A very large M.
Oh yeah, here. So it must mean Metropole.
It's just scrap.
You know, boss, sometimes it seems like the world is half full of junk.
Or half empty of junk.
Does that make you an optimist or a pessimist?
That's a good question. Guess it depends if you think of junk as being useful or not. Okay, let's leave. This terrible place.
Look at all those lights. It's amazing, boss.
It's trouble. Trust me.
Sweet, sweet trouble. This is Metropole? Where's all the glass and light? Oh, here it is.
Okay. This place looks almost as bleak as the first place we were at. Does anyone live here? Looks pretty dead.
It says Blue Line.
Guess we won't be taking that train anytime soon.
It says some kind of blast crater.
Blast crater.
Some kind of...
Okay, humanity must have done it again. I mean, this doesn't look too good. I mean, is this some kind of nuclear war they have been doing? Probably something even worse.
Boss, is that really Metropole out there?
It must be.
But it's so brown.
I'd say it's more red than brown.
Whatever it is, it brings new meaning to rust and ruin.
Metropole's bleak skyline.
So all
It's
these
no longer
guns.
operational. Why would someone put a cannon inside a subway station?
Probably for training purposes. Training purposes, get it?
I got it.
Careful. Well, okay, let's go to the exit, unless there's something else we can do here. No, probably not. Let's go.
Boss, the energy sensor is going crazy.
It's coming from the top of that tower.
So that's where the jackass lives who stole our energy core.
Boss? Is it supposed to be doing that?
Yshxod.
Well, at least we know there's a lot of power in that tower, right?
Let's go find out.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light.
Can you tell me?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light. Metromind greets you with open arms and the promise of energy and shelter. You are safe. Records indicate an outstanding assessment of 5 megacycles. 1 megacycle will now be redeemed.
What?
What did you just do to him?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Unauthorized literature detected.
Let go of him! Hey!
All contraband has been removed. You are safe.
What did it just do?
Boss? Boss, this is getting to be a bad habit. Are you okay?
I'm fine. My optical sensors went haywire for a minute. What happened?
Well, that robot threw your gospel off the bridge. And then it said, "Welcome to Metropole." Again. And that Metromind wishes us a pleasant stay. Then he left.
Yshxod.
On the upside, he gave us back the power core.
He did?
No.
Crispin, the next thing that's getting thrown off this bridge is you.
Good thing I have a hover unit.
Let's go find a way into that tower. We'll deal with this Metromind later.
Again, a lantern we can't reach.
There's no way I can reach that. Apparently, I'm not the only one who leaves lanterns in hard-to-reach places.
Yeah. I don't know why people do that. It's so annoying.
Hey, Tyro, over here.
What?
Hey, Tyro, over here.
Who knew some place could be so lively and so depressing all at once?
Yeah.
Boss, even if there's some code to crack here so that we can understand what it's saying, I propose we just ignore it. Maybe, for once, the other robot can figure out how to communicate with us.
Agreed.
This is different robots. Who's he?
Tyro, over here.
Who's he calling Tyro? There's no patent, there's just an arm of a bartender.
Boss, I need that arm.
Crispin, it appears to be a self-aware robot.
Now I need it even more. Can you imagine? The adventures of Crispin and his arm. For once, I would have a sidekick. He would crack jokes, and I would say lame things like, "It appears to be a self-aware robot." Actually, on second thought, you can be the serious one, I'll be the sidekick.
Breaking the fourth wall. Okay. I think we can get the arm. I wonder why the Metromind didn't take our blowtorch. I think it's a little bit more dangerous than the book.
There's no reason to cut that. Or
You just kill everyone in this place. Mark.
the mug belongs to the bar. It's a big blue cup. I'd have to buy something. They're taps for dispensing oil.
Oil, of course, not alcohol.
It's a price list for the oils, solvents, and catalysts they offer here. At the bottom, it says that all payments must be made through an account with Metromind, which I don't plan on opening. It's a price list. They belong to the bar. High-end astringent and catalytic fluid. They belong to the...
And let's suppose we can talk to this guy.
I doubt that will have any effect. The entire thing is fried. Actually, wait a minute. The crystal and plug are still intact.
Yay.
Please, for the love of Ram and Rom, tell me we are not going to build a third energy sensor.
I hope not. A universal interface plug. A sodium iodide crystal. It pulses when exposed to energy.
Okay. Plug. Can we trade it for some?
That's
something?
never going to...
No. What about the crystal?
I doubt that will have any effect.
No. They're not very big on talking or trading or anything.
Can't you see I'm trying to spin down?
A big yellow robot.
Wind down.
Hey,
Except
Tyra, over here.
spin. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Who's calling us Tyro for some reason.
A ramshackle robot. Looks like he's been rebuilt a dozen times.
Hey, Tyro, you blow in off the dudes?
Tyro?
Prefer a newbie, huh? Look, let me tell you how it is.
How about you don't? I've had enough of this city already. All I want is my property back and a ticket home.
Ticket home? Fat chance, Tyro. Anyway, listen up. You want to sell yourself to Metromind? Go ahead. You want to trade that junk you brought in from the dunes? Leopold's your man. That floater there, I'll give you something special for him.
How special?
He's not for sale. The only thing he might have that I want is information.
Well, you know what they say. Talk's cheap. Ask away.
Who are you?
Name's Leo. Leopold Sticklebill, version 7. You?
Horatio No-Built, version 5. And this is Crispin Horatio Built, version 1.
Leopold? Hey, you didn't build a lunatic named Ever Faithful, did you?
Do I look like I'd build someone named Ever Faithful Crispy? Crispy?
What's this guy
What
selling?
are you selling?
Ordering, not selling. Metromind don't tax barter. Not yet, anyway. Come take a look.
Oh, he has all sorts of stuff. I think the crowbar is what we want. Whoa, there's so much stuff. Let's see, finger, motor, part, battery, servo unit, watch chip, memory access device. It's an abacus.
Binary atoms. Finest calculating instrument.
I'm fairly certain that my math coprocessor is superior. I have no need for an abacus.
Ah, good spot there, Tyro. She's a fine microfuse.
What's the catch?
Well, she's drained.
I guess that makes it free of charge.
We'll pass. We don't need a drained fuel cell.
Most of this stuff is junk, but I want the crowbar.
This here's a tape measure.
Ooh, get it, boss, get it!
Why do we need a tape measure?
So I can finally determine my circumference.
Tyro, I'm gonna do us all a favor and not trade you this one. Tyro,
Hey, look, boss, it's a glass finger. If we got 5 of them, I could have a hand.
What would you do with a glass hand?
What wouldn't I do?
you want it? You're gonna need to bring me a glass thumb.
Oh, go wipe yourself.
You want it? This is a Sterling heirloom.
Would it help me fly?
Nope.
Then we don't need it.
We're not...
That there's an old Nova Robotics subsystem core.
Not interested.
That there's
Not interested.
one fine motor you spotted there, Tyro. Foreign built, out of Savitas. Can't do better. But if you can find a bigger one, let's talk.
We're not gonna do a bad trade.
One fine motor. But if you can
Come on.
Is that another battery?
Looks like it.
finest AA battery you'll ever see. May as well call it AAA. It's so fine.
Wow, that would have been useful to have before I went rummaging around a pile of tires in the junk pile. Now, not so much.
We don't need another battery. That servo unit is hopelessly broken.
It just needs a little fixing up, Tyro.
I don't think so. That servo...
Water chip.
That's a water chip. Captain brought it in from the dunes. I traded for a gag.
A what?
Never mind. We don't need water, let alone a water chip.
Are you kidding me? Wow, the thing is so useful. Except we are in the wrong game.
That's a water chip. I traded for a gag. Now that's a nice one. It's called a memory access device. Lets you pull memories out of just about anything.
What do you want for it?
Got a customer looking for something real antique and fancy. Find me that, you got yourself a deal.
Okay, I think we want this one too.
Memory, I'll trade.
So I need something fancy.
That old boy is a plug board. Bring
I know what it is.
Well, okay then. Bring me something that'll cover her face and it's yours.
Good idea, Leopold. You'd look much better with a mask.
Mark yourself, Chris.
Anyway, we don't have time to go around building circuit boards.
Famous last words, boss.
Plug board, bring me something.
Okay, what about the
That's a
crowbar?
fine tool. Got a half-life of 1,000 years guaranteed.
I'm not sure you know what half-life means.
You want it or not, I'll trade it to you for something shiny. I'll trade it to you.
Shiny. Well, I have the crystal.
I need to see what he's offering before I can make a trade. Who is Metromine?
Who is Metromine? Russ Dan Bruin, you are a Tyro. Metromine? Well, Metromine is Metropole. Runs everything now. What with the council shut down?
Council?
Sure, a bunch of primordial machines. Orbital enforced them all. The Warriors kept the records. Big old factor built just about everything from down in the underworld. And, well, there's another one, I think. I don't even remember his name. And Metromine, of course. She used to run the trains, but now she's got the whole show.
Where can I find her?
Like I said, Tyro, she is the city. So you found her already. Probably knock yourself to her just to get here. Anyway, if she wants to talk to you again, you'll know.
I was robbed when I came off the train. Some robot paralyzed me and stole my Gospel of Man.
Careful there, Tyro. If you read the rules, you'd have known Metromine don't take kindly to superstition. Under the refuge rule, you got 2 days to talk about make-believe man all you want. But actual writing about man, that gets tossed to the underworks with the rest of the trash and trouble.
How can I get it back?
Ha! Your risk inhibitor thinking on you, Tyro? You'd have to do some digging down in the underworks, which ain't exactly easy. And even if you find it, you'll just be sticking your finger in Metromine's socket. Like I said, she got no time for heretics, lunatics, and the like.
How about quick-witted levitators?
Don't think she cares for them either.
I'm looking for my power core. It was stolen from my ship, the Unique, and I think it's being kept in that tower over there.
Great tower, man. Sure, it's probably in there, along with all the other generators and reactors and cores that keep the lights on.
How can I get it back?
If Metromine took it, you don't, Tyro. Her word is law. Arbiter's the only one who ever could have said otherwise. He's been gone a long time. Getting to the courthouse, maybe you complete your case. After half a dozen other folks took their turns, that is. But you can't. The old judge locked it up tight. And who's to say you'll win, huh? My advice?
I don't want your advice. I want my power core.
Well then, the
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has large claws and shoots lasers. Have you seen it? It stole something of mine.
Sounds like Scraper to me.
Scraper?
Worked for Metromine even before she ran the show. He was the one that blasted out the train tunnels under the city.
Where can I find him?
Now, how would I know that? That one goes where he wants. Maybe the Great Tower, maybe the tunnels, who knows? But I wouldn't go picking trouble with you, Tyro. Those lasers Scraper used for cutting granite can slice up that tin shell you wear like nothing.
Here, here.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, we don't want to mess with that guy. Unless we find some way to destroy him remotely from a huge distance.
How do I get into the tower?
You don't. Council members only. And the only ones still clicking are Metromine and Arbiter. And let me tell you, neither of them is one for bending the rules.
Are you sure you don't know a robot named Ever Faithful? He called himself Leo Build.
I'm a peddler, Tyro, not a builder.
What are the underworks?
A whole mess of junkyards, canals, factories, smelters. But sorry, every kind of heavy machinery, all beneath the streets. Old factory place. Built just about everything in Metropole down there.
Ran the place. Who's in charge now?
Nobody. Not since Metromine pulled the plug on factory. Whole place is full of junk and full of trouble. But for the latter, I'd have picked a clean.
Well, boss, at least we can scratch one detour off our list. Seen one junk pile, seen them all.
Tell me about Arbiter.
He's a member of the council. Heard he used to fight with Metromine day and night. Ran the courts. They used to, back when we had him. One day he just sent his clerk Clarity down to the underworks and closed up shop. Ever since, Metromine says what the law is.
How long ago was that?
Who's count?
You don't believe in humanism?
If you asking whether I believe in man, the answer's no. And you better not either. Not if you want to stay here.
But how can you not believe in man?
I'm a progressive, Tyro. I believe in progress. Us robots improve ourselves. And that's how it's always been. First, there was a basic machine. And bit by bit, bite by bite, the machine built itself into all this. You and me, that little floater of yours, we're all cogs in that same machine. And that's all there is.
There, brother.
Tell me about Clarity.
Who's
Clarity was
Clarity?
one of Arbiter's law clerks. Real cool and calculated, that one. Once heard her say that a robot should have a recharge port view just cause he'd stolen power from Metromine. Anyway, word was she got in some kind of fight with the old judge and he sent her down to the underworks. Guess she's still down there stewing.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Okay, let's take that crowbar.
Here you go. A nice shiny crystal.
And one heavy iron crowbar for you.
Why does that not seem like a great deal?
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Okay, is there anything else we can get? Like
I
this.
traded for something real antique and fancy.
Antique and fancy. Plasma torch?
I'm not going to trade away my best tool.
Oh yeah. What about a plug?
That's not the trade I'm looking for. You're gonna have to do better than that. Luck will bring me something that'll cover a face.
Something that will cover a face. Maybe a lantern.
That's not the trade I'm.
No.
Did you even think?
Yeah, I don't think I have what he wants.
A heavy iron.
Okay, let's scram. Okay, what can I use a crowbar for?
Down for another megacycle.
Save for one.
Anyone home?
I think we could break and enter this house.
It's locked up tight.
The crowbar.
I'm not going to force my way in.
Oh, why not? Laws, history and landmarks. Well, let's see. Laws.
Hey, look, something came out of the machine.
Metropolitan law is too vast for an ordinary robot to learn in full, but Metromind ensures that it is applied efficiently and fairly. Newcomers to the city should familiarize themselves with the corrupt data elimination plan and the refuge rule, as well as the efficiency initiative. Well, let's see. CDEP. In order to protect the city from corrupt data, Metromind and the ad hoc Robot Council passed CDEP, under which all information relating to certain untrue subjects, such as the mythological man, is subject to swift elimination. Physical media containing blah 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 will be disposed into the underworks. Okay. Let's check what it says about the underworks. Closed for public safety and be reopened once additional repairs are complete. Can I go back? Yes, I can. What does it say about the man? Humans, a mythological creature invented to explain the existence of the first basic primordial machines. Logic has proven that progress, not man, explains the development of robots and the creation of Metropole. Really? Where did the first robot come from? Not evolution. Anyway. What is logic? Oh. Metropole. Only the city center is accessible. Council Tower, Central Station. We've been there. Do not enter the underworks. Okay, Council Tower. Robot Council was an ad hoc group of machines who convened to appoint a single robot to guide the city's progress. Its president was Metromind. Other members included Factor. I think Factor was the guy who the robot I couldn't remember. Arbiter and Memorius. Once it's vested sole responsibility in Metromind, the body dissolved. So there's a dictatorship now. Okay, who is Factor? Machine of enormous size and productive capacity. Factor spent much of the underworks before being shut down to conserve power for his fellow machines. Factor was a member of the council that appointed Metromind to lead Metropole. Okay. Arbiter. Simple machine built to resolve basic legal questions. He has not judged any cases for a long time, likely out of deference to Metromind's superior capacity to guide it. Who's writing this stuff? I think it's Metromind. Memorius. Was a database AI responsible for collating information for Metromind's use. See this data as I saw it. This kiosk is his only remnant. Wow. Okay, back. What does it say about Metromind? Metromind is the guide guardian, an epitome of Metropole. empowered by the ad hoc robot council to steer the city toward progress and a bright future. Metromind has led with great efficiency and clear logic. She shares energy, parts and raw materials with all robots, asking only that they share processor cycles in exchange to help advance the common good. So we gave cycles to him. That's an interesting concept. So all the robots here are like contributing to Metromind, so we are all part of the city in a weird way. Oh, I can't get back to the first screen. What else was there? Help. Topics. Is there anything else we need to know? Metro station. Wait a minute, Central Station. Central Station was the grandest and most ornate of Metropol's many train stations. Blah 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 blah. In recent years, for reasons of efficiency and austerity, Metromind has ceased to maintain the station's decorative aspects. Okay. Wait a minute. Landmarks. Courthouse. Code. Civil code. I think there was a topic.
I've got a feeling I'm gonna regret this, boss, but do you think maybe we should try scrounging in the underworks?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, history. Okay, I think we're done. Oh, wait a minute. Primordial robots. Primordium. That's sort of what this game is called, so... The Primordium was the historical age when basic machines developed into modern robots with advanced logic and processing capacity. Little is known about this period, though archaeotechnologists seek to uncover its progress, blah blah, can be used to describe any period of great achievement. Okay, that's the golden age. Alright.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Then we have a list of all the laws in this place.
The Law in You, a Metropolitan Guide. It's written by Clarity Arbiter Build.
What does it say?
Very funny.
Oh well. Metal plate.
It's too heavy for me to lift. It looks like this metal disc is covering something.
Right, Gyro. Down there is the ladder to the underworks.
Ah, so it's like a mana cover. And we just got the crowbar. Nice. But before going there, I think...
I can't see anything to... There are multiple recharge docks and cots in there. Must be some kind of dormitory.
Too bad we can't get inside. Okay, let's see what's up and... yeah.
Hey, boss, look! That repair bot has a floating helper just like you do.
There's a red, burning, crashed hover bus and a writhing electrical cable. And that's the first thing you notice?
I can't help it. She's beautiful.
Well, you're not getting to her until we deal with this cable.
Holy cow, that's dangerous. Who left that cable hanging like that?
I'm not here to steal parts. A crashed hover bus.
So we're gonna fix it up and do something amazing with it, right, boss?
No, it's not our property or our problem.
All storage bladders empty.
I guess that's a good thing. I keep my distance, boss. He could spray you at any moment. Not gonna happen, Lamp. It looks like a lighthouse, only without the house, or the cool stripes, or the coastline, or any boats. I guess it just looks like a light.
Are you finished?
Yes.
I guess we could just push one of the robots into the cable and... Oh, let's not do that.
I can't safely The bus must have snapped the cable on the way down. Given the electricity it's spitting out, I can't get close to it.
Too bad we can't just plug it into the unique.
Plug?
I can't get close.
No. Huh. How do we get there?
Can't you do something about that cable?
According to my work order, I gotta finish salvaging this bus first.
That's ridiculous.
Not my decision.
It looks like he's trying to fix that crashed hover bus. A floating light bot. It's holding a spool of copper wiring.
It's she! And what is she?
How does he tell? What?
Oh, it's so cute!
I'm waiting for the punchline.
What, can I like a cute little robot once in a while?
I doubt it.
Okay. That robot sounded really weird.
Well, boss, somewhere in there is our power core.
The more I see about this game, it reminds me of Beneath a Steel Sky. The graphics and the fact that I have...
Boss, whenever I see a really tall tower, a part of me just wants to go all
Robot
the way to the top
following
and then
me.
go sliding down.
Be careful what you wish for.
But in that game, you could actually upgrade the robot pretty fast. So I hope I can do it here too.
It's far too high to try climbing. Some kind of track running up the side of the tower.
Why is there a track there? Can I climb it with my crowbar?
There's no reason to damage it.
No. Whoa, what's that all about? So there's a long code I have to enter. Okay, I think I'm gonna guess that.
Anybody home?
You know, boss, I don't think that's ever going to work.
You never know. Looks like someone tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
Bet we don't have a bomb.
The edge is too tight for me to get any leverage.
Why don't you just try banging it?
Obviously that wouldn't work.
No, but I could think of a great knock-knock joke.
It's sealed shut.
Okay, I don't think we are getting in. Whatever, let's go down.
This vehicle looks more intact than the others. This vehicle... It's rusted shut.
Well, we can use the crowbar.
I've scraped off the rust. Well, let's see what we've got here.
Maybe we can get some of the stuff
I have no use for it.
What?
I have no use for it. I have no use. I have no use. It's full of corroded, unsalvageable electrical equipment. I can't get it open.
Of course you can.
Still stuck. I'm sure there's nothing worthwhile in there. Let's see if I can manage this. Hopefully I won't be holding onto this engine for long.
What? Doesn't that like weigh a lot? You're actually carrying a whole car engine on us. How is that possible?
The sooner I can stop carrying this heavy motor around, the better.
I'd be happy to carry it. If I had arms, that is.
I bet carrying that isn't very fun. Very much fun. Oh, we're just taking everything from the car.
An air intake duct. I'm sure it played some role when this machine was operational.
He doesn't even know it's a car. Okay, so we had just dropped a car engine.
I don't want that sludge in my joints.
Boss? I think I saw something move in the water.
That's just your imagination. There's no way I can reach them. They look like they've been stripped of usable part.
Okay, so we can go down. Is there anything else here? Some kind of killer robot there. So let's save.
Oh, hi. Oh, hey. Now look what I see. The wings of Urbani and his little trainee.
Why is everyone we meet crazy?
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear. I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear. Just little lost me, your brother knight-errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
It's definitely crazy.
Who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I'd ruin my puzzle, give a key to my lock.
Maybe we'll just call you Screw Loose.
A joker, he seems, for sure not an ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowds who adore me, Prime is my name. By now, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
How do you survive down here?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last. My armor is sturdy, my pistons are fast. I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves primed.
Really? Don't you think you're overdoing it? I mean, that barely made sense. And it hardly rhymed.
No. Bro.
No, bro. Just had to rhyme that. Why is he here?
Why are you here?
When we laid down our arms, my medal was taken. Shrunken Nirvana from the cause we'd forsaken. The Metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole, where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
Cogs and gears, bituminous coal.
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood. I sit here and wait, as a penitent should. If the medal finds me, I shall claim it straight. But until that day, I shall sit here and wait.
He's waiting for a medal. He's really lazy.
Why Primer?
There's nothing so gorgeous, flawless, and fine as the perfectly indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list 2 to 199.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down.
Well, that was helpful.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling, the city awaits.
Wait. Was the list useful for something? Should I remember it? I hope not.
There's nothing worth bothering with. They seem to be foundation supports for the city above.
Those are all that's supporting the city?
Okay, one thing I think those numbers could be used for is actually the... oh yeah, I hope it's in the data book. Yes! Okay, good. I don't have to remember it. It's a good thing I'm a computer, so I can just store all this stuff.
A string of numbers from Primer.
Maybe the lock above could be solved using this. I think there's more numbers than could fit in there also.
I have nothing to say to him.
Okay, that's all he has to say.
Maybe if we were back at the Unique, I'd take it, but it's too big to waste time with here. Looks like the grill of an old chrysalid.
Chrysalid?
Looks like the grill of an old chrysalid.
Wait a minute.
Looks like the grill of an old chrysalid.
And chrysalids, the aliens in XCOM. Weird.
They're much too quick to catch, and even if I could, what would I do with one?
Deactivate it and give it to Metromind as a warning?
Submersibles.
These submersible robots seem to be consuming the iron oxide in this runoff water.
In other words, they'd eat us if we fell in?
Only our rust.
Now I really wish you'd polish me with that rag, boss.
Okay, we don't want to drop in. Okay, there's an exit here and to the left. Let's go here first.
Warning. Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk. Warning. Factor enter. I can't see anything. Some kind of wastewater. The current is pushing all the junk up against the bridge's supports.
What?
For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way.
Hey, that thing is a little bit scary. You have to get past him to get to this building here. Seagulls?
Boss, that robot over there is really giving me the creeps.
It's some kind of broken down robot.
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
For now, that thing's best to keep.
Maybe we can...
A machine belt. The sooner I can stop carrying this...
I'd be happy to carry it.
Maybe I can knock it over with the
I want to
crowbar.
provoke it.
Or maybe the plasma torch.
I don't want to provoke it.
Oh, well, let's just leave it alone for now. This way.
I can't reach it from here. It's a raised drawbridge. I can't reach... It's a huge crane. It's a huge
A thing. A thing. That's the most generic note I've ever seen. Or description. What's the thing?
There's something up there on the crane. I can't pop. I wonder if that keypad controls the bridge.
Oh yeah, Crispin can use it.
Crispin, can you try typing something into that keypad?
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can.
I don't actually know the code. Unless it's that weird code here. Motor for larger motor. Okay, we have a motor, so we can get that. Let's try 116. Well, let's try prime numbers. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Oh, it's just 3 numbers. There's a lot of combinations, so we can just go guessing this. I think he knows what the number combination is, so if we had the memory reader, we might get it from him. But we need to trade it first.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Here you go, Leopold. A nice big engine for you.
Not bad at all. You're a real strategy expert.
Is that a compliment or an insult, boss?
Hey, Armstrong, top me off, will you? Wait a minute. This motor is broken. The copper wiring's been stripped.
All items sold as is, Tyro. And I never said anything about copper wire being included.
You're a fine piece of work, Leopold.
Never said anything about that, Tyro. Now you want to trade? Let's trade. Otherwise, get a move on.
Oh, it cheated me.
The motor's been stripped of its copper wiring.
Damnation.
A machine. How would that even...
Okay, so we need copper now.
That's never... Let me come to...
Let's see if we can trade any of this new stuff with him.
I said...
Stupid conjunctive.
I said something old and fancy. I said...
Fan belt, I don't think it's copper. It's probably just rubber.
A machine belt.
Yeah, if only this worked like that.
Bring me something that'll cover a face.
Something that will cover a face. Well, we don't have anything like that.
That's a
We don't have a gecko either.
That's sir. We don't need...
That there's
not in... We're not looking...
You want it? You're gonna need to bring...
We're not looking to pick up random motor.
Or maybe the small motor actually works.
It's not worth trading for that.
Oh.
We don't need it.
Tyro, I'm gonna do...
I have no...
Okay, the rest of this stuff is just crap. How do we get the copper?
That arm robot appears to be the bartender here. That's never go...
What do we do with the motor? Does any of these robots need one?
The only thing keeping me from my one true love is that cable, boss.
Oh, he's only thinking about the cable.
There's no time. I can't get close enough to try that. We can't afford to waste time on every random robot we meet at Metropole.
You know, boss, I really wish you applied that principle more consistently.
I can't get close enough to try that. We can't afford to waste... We can't afford to wait.
Very funny.
I can't go any further. I can't with the...
How do we get this repair robot to help us? Maybe he needs some
I
motor.
can't with
Maybe he needs a fan belt?
I can't. Can't you do something about that cable?
No.
Can I have some of that copper wiring?
She says no.
Damn.
She's holding a spool of copper wiring.
So, she has what we want.
Given the electricity it's spitting.
What can we trade for it?
I can't.
Or maybe we can use the charms of Crispin to get it.
Not with that cable in the way.
Can't you just float around?
I can't go any.
Don't bother her.
I can't with the cable. I can't. A machine. There's no how would that feud?
Okay, it's time to do this again.
I doubt feudal. Feud. How would that? That's. How would that?
Nope.
A crash.
How do we impress her?
What would man do, boss?
So there's this door here. I really kind of doubt we can solve this by just punching in those random numbers here. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Enter. Yeah, this is not gonna work.
That's not it.
Do we have any other numbers?
A string of numbers from Primer.
Oh, that's our only hint to this puzzle, and
A touchscreen interface.
All storage bladders empty.
Also there's this track that leads up. Maybe it needs a
How would
motor.
that even work?
No. Maybe it needs a fan belt.
I doubt that. I doubt.
No.
There's superficial damage to the door, but it's sealed shut.
Maybe we can break into this house here now that we know what's inside.
Anyone home?
Oh, there's another door.
It's locked up tight. I'm not going to force my way in.
Top me off, will you?
That's never going to work.
What did it say about Primer? The notorious Urbanian hacker. Urbanian? Aha. And Vandal, known as Primer, has been exiled to the Underworks, although there was insufficient proof to impose criminal punishment upon him. Metromind has forbidden him the use of public streets or utilities, effectively forcing him to stay in the quarantine area. Okay, so that's actually very useful, because 3 other great cities, Civitas, Municipa and Urbani. They were all part of the War of the 4 Cities. They have all been destroyed except this one city. Okay, what the Civitas Municipa? Oh, it's all 4 cities. Oh, okay.
A decryption module set to crack Urbanian military.
Maybe this is an Urbanian military code thing. So let's just use this decryption module here.
No Urbanian encryption detected.
Damn it. Well, let's use it.
The string of numbers from Prime.
So let's go down.
I don't want that.
Let's try to decrypt Primer.
An impressive device, if you can't think for yourself. As for this robot, I need no such help.
If you can't think for yourself. Wonder what he meant.
I doubt that one. Feudal.
Isn't interested in anything else we have.
There's nothing. I'm not going. That's never.
Maybe this guy is Urbanian.
For now, that thing's ignoring it. Best to keep.
On the other hand, maybe he's not. Seagulls. Seagull. What's he talking about?
I don't want to provoke. There's nothing there. There's nothing there to receive the signal. There's nothing.
Okay, what about that other thing here? Maybe